just joining us, this is Kids Karate for ages 5 and up. We are going to start in about 2 minutes. Hello, welcome to Upper West Side Kenshikai at home. Here I am at home doing kids karate for ages 5 and up. So as we are getting ourselves started, as always, we want to make sure that you are in a space that is safe for exercise. So if everyone can just spread their arms and their legs nice and wide, just start swinging them around. Just make sure there's no furniture nearby. There's nothing that you're going to bump into. Do the same thing with your legs. Remember, our kicks take up more space than our punches. So we really want to make sure that we have a lot of space. Hello, Izar and Sion. Welcome to class today. If you are taking class with your brother or sister, like Izar and Sion are, also obviously make sure that there's enough space between you and your brother or sister. So when you do a kick that goes this way, you don't kick your brother or your sister in the side. So hello Ruby. Happy Wednesday. All right, so we are going to get started by standing straight like this. And we're going to do what we call a standing mukso. Mukso is just our closing our eyes to start our class. So our feet are going to come together, our hands are going to cross, and we're just going to stand up really tall in a statue. We're going to close our eyes. Mukso. Take a deep breath. Mukso yame. And step to the side. So why do we do that? Well, the idea is whatever we were just doing, whether it was playing or reading or watching a movie, we now have to focus our brain on something else, which is karate. So the idea of closing our eyes for a second and taking a deep breath is a way to kind of get ourselves right into the mood of karate. What is another way to get ourselves right in the mood of karate? We start doing karate right away. So let's step back and pick up our fighting stance, and right away just start shadow boxing in the air. If you want to imagine that I'm your partner, you can do that. You can shadow box with me, moving everything around. Good. Warm up your hands and your feet so everything is moving. Don't forget to breathe. We were talking about this in our class in Central Park yesterday. The idea of catching yourself before you're too out of breath. So if I'm moving around and bouncing and I'm going really hard and fast and I don't pay attention to my body, suddenly I'm really, really out of breath, which is okay. But it means I then have to stop and really catch my breath before I can keep going. But if while I'm moving, I can notice that I'm a little out of breath, I can do it while I'm moving. I can breathe while I'm moving. So I don't get so out of breath that I need to stop moving. Hello, B. Welcome to Wednesday class. All right, so everyone come back. And right now, I just want you to pick a stretch on your own. I'm just going to stretch from up here where you can still see me. I can't see you. So any stretch you want. We're just going to take 1 minute. Stretch out whatever part of your body you want to stretch. You can stretch your legs. You can stretch your shoulders. If you're not sure how to do that, here's my favorite way, right? You can warm up your wrists because we use those for punches, right? You can stretch your sides. Just stretch. Do something that feels good. Maybe circle your arms, circle your head. Any stretches that feel good. All right, and now everyone come back to standing straight. We're in that statue. We're going to step our right leg forward into Sanshindachi, Kamate. So if you don't know what that means, Sanshindachi is this stance that we always step into in the beginning of class. Bring both hands out right away. Pull your hand back into your chamber. We're going to punch stomach. We're going to start nice and fast. Every time I punch, aim right in front of your belly. Ich. Don't forget that tight fist and that tight chamber. Ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, and ju, kiai. So obviously, B and Ruby and Isra and Sion, you've been doing karate for a while. You know all the details of our punches, so make sure that you're doing them when you practice. For people at home who might be newer to karate, the most important detail, which my students who are watching now, of course you guys know, is we want a tight fist with our thumb on the outside. We never want this, right? We want to point our knuckles straight at the target, and our other hand is upside down in our chamber. Those are the most important details with this basic punch. Bring your hand up in front of your face, punching up. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, and ju, kiai. Bring your hand straight down toward the floor. Same punch, punching down. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, and ju, kiai. So we're going to do our down, middle, up. So if you heard me and you're like, huh, that sounded different, it's because it was. So normally we go up, middle, down. We're reversing it right away. So everyone go down, other hand middle, other hand up. Just to keep you from not going to sleep because you're like, I know what comes next. Knee, down, middle. San, chi, go, ruk, sich, hach, down, middle, up. Ku, down, middle, up. And one more, ju, kiai. Everyone, nare. Come back, stand straight, and shake it out. And then now's a good time, if you're feeling a little bit out of breath, to take some deep breaths. And just catch your breath so you can keep going without having to take a break. So our goal is to get through the entire class without having to take a break other than the break that we're naturally taking. Like right now, we're taking a break because I'm just talking. So right now, we're going to move ourselves back a little bit so we have a little more space to go forward and back. We're going to take our right leg, step back, Zen-Kutsudachi, Gein-Amburai. So we're going to do these same punches that we were doing forward and back. We're going to do it in a pattern like we sometimes do. So count 1 is going to be our down punch today. So step forward, 1. Count 2 is going to be our middle punch. Step forward, 2. Count 3 is that up punch, 3. We're moving back, 1, down, 2, middle, 3, up. If at any point you run out of space, you can just shuffle your feet so you fit. 1, down, 2, middle, 3, up. Going backwards. 1, down, 2, middle, 3, up. So we're going to get a little bit faster. Don't lose the combination. Remember, the combination is down, middle, up. If you're newer to karate, if this is one of your first times doing it, feel free to go a little bit slower. Don't have to keep up with me. Those of you who have been with me a while, you should try to keep up with me. Ready? Ich, ni, san. So down, middle, up, stepping back. Ich, ni, san. One of the things that sometimes trips us up is we step and we punch and we start stepping before we're ready to punch again. So we end up stepping really fast and we can't keep up with our punches. So make sure that you're going fast, but that your feet and your arms are moving at the same time. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Stepping back. 1, 2, 3. Stepping forward. 1, 2, 3. Stepping back. 1, 2, 3. So when I say go, you're going to go forward and back by yourself. But again, don't fall into the trap of getting mixed up and running forward and back, right? We want 3 steps, 3 steps, 3 punches, 3 punches. Don't get it all jumbled up. Ready? Go. If you notice there, you had to do the up punch twice in a row. So let's make sure we get it right. Let's do it one more time. So we're forward, forward, forward. And now we're going backwards. Sorry, that was my mistake. Let's do it again. Down, middle, up. We're going back, down, middle, up. That's what we meant to do. And all right, shake it out. If I confused you, sorry about that. Sometimes even I mix it up. So let's shake it out again. Shake out your legs. All right, reach up into the air, stretch. Stretch to the side, really stretch your arms. So we're gonna do blocks, and we're gonna break our blocks down into 2 steps every time. So even if you're a yellow belt like Ruby, I want you to do these little broken down blocks. So it's a good way to really get into our brain all the details of getting these blocks right. So we're gonna start with our upper block. So everyone bring your hand up, upper block. It doesn't matter which one. I'm gonna say 1, and I'm gonna say 2. 1 is gonna be this, 2 is going to be that. So that's our upper block broken into 2 moves. Again, 1 is cross, 2 is block. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now when I say go, I want you to do the block yourself, but I really want to see the 1, 2. Okay, so they can blend together like mine did, but don't make it so fast that we lose the 1. Ready, go. 1, 2. Go. 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 3 more. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Kia. All right, bring your hand in front of your belly. So we're going to do our middle outside block in that same 1, 2. So this is 1. This is 2. Again, 1 is the wrap and the hand behind our head. So sometimes when we break this down, you know I say, do this, right? Today I want you to do it at the same time. So wrap, block. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Switching hands every time. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So same thing, when I say go, do that 1, 2. If you want to even say 1, 2 out loud or in your head, that's fine. Go. 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 Wrap, block. Go. 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 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Shake it out for a second. So that's our 1, 2 on our outside block. So now we're going to do the same thing with our inside block. We'll do this one a little slower because this block is a little bit newer for people who are white belts who are just visiting us today. So I'm going to have the same position with my arm in front of my belly. So I look like this. Our 1 is going to be this. So if you can't see, this is what I did, but on the side. So my arms are stacked on top of each other. This one that's on the bottom here is going to block. I'm just turning sideways. This is 2. So the blocking hand comes out, the other hand pulls to the chamber. This is 1, twist and stack. This is 2, pull and block. This is 1 to the other side, twist and stack. This is 2, pull and block. This is 1, twist and stack your arms. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So same idea. When I say go, do the twist and the block on your own. Take your time. Remember the stack and then the pull. Go. 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 3 more. 1, 2. With the kia. Kia! All right, we got 1 more. Shake out your arms. I know when we do this 1, 2 version of blocking, this double kind of blocking, it really uses those arm muscles, and that's great because it means you guys are going to be super strong. So now we're doing our lower block. So we're going to bring 1 hand down, and the other hand is in our chamber. I'll face you nice and strong so you can see. This is my 1. Watch this hand. It didn't go anywhere, right? Everyone, especially when they're first learning the block, this hand creeps up and it starts to look like the one we just did. Leave it where it is. It's still protecting my belly right now. This is 1. The pull and the block is 2. Leave this hand right where it is. You got to stare at it and say, hand, don't go anywhere. This is 1. This is 2. Notice I also add a tiny twist in my belly because I want to keep my belly away from the target, right? This is 1. This is 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Pull and block down. 1, 2. 1, 2. If you're getting a little confused, just keep at it. You'll get it. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. When I say go, you're doing the 1, 2 by yourself. Watch that arm. Don't let it creep up. Go. Take your time. Go. 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 If your arm is creeping up, don't worry. When I'm not paying attention, even my arm creeps up there. Go. 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 3 more. 1, 2. And Kia. Nare. Come back. Shake it out. So we did 4 blocks. We did an upper block. That's our Jodan Uke, for those of you who like the Japanese terminology. We did a middle outside block. That's our Chudan Soto Uke. We did a middle inside block. That's our Chudan Uchi Uke. We did our Geidan Barai, our lower block. If you are a white belt at home, I want you to pick 2 blocks. By the way, if you are new and this is your first time popping in to see us on Facebook, you're a white belt. White belt means newer students. If you're a white belt like Izzer and Sion and you want to try what I'm going to tell the blue belts and yellow belts to do, you can try it. Because even though Izzer and Sion, you guys are white belts, you're not new white belts. So it's your choice. Izzer and Sion, you can pick 2. Or you can do the 4 that the rest of us are going to do. For B and for Ruby and for anyone else at home who's a little more advanced, if I didn't see your name, you might still be watching us. We're going to do all 4 blocks together. So it's going to look like this. We're going to use the same hand. So right now, just wave your hand out. We're going to use the same hand. So I'm going to go upper, same hand outside, same hand inside, same hand lower. And I know that you guys have done this before. Take your time. If you don't pay attention, you're going to end up switching hands by mistake. So now we're going to use the other hand to go up, outside, inside, lower. Now here's the trick. If this is a brand new combination for you, your goal is to just try to do the same hand 4 times. If you've done this before, your goal is to add, that's a good choice, upper and lower, I like that one. Your goal is to add that 1-2 motion that we were working on. And what do I mean by that? I will show you with Sion and Izzer's one that they typed in. They said upper and lower. This is upper and lower with that 1-2. Okay, did you see? It looked like almost like 4 moves, right? So we have an upper and a lower with the same hand, and I did that 1-2 motion. All right, so here we are, right? So now I'm going to do the 4 move that my yellow belts are doing with the upper and lower. So we're going, I'm sorry, not with the upper and lower, with the double kind of blocks, right? So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? All right. Let's do it. Whichever combination you picked, either the 2 blocks, whichever 2 blocks you picked, or the 4 with the same hand. Go. 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 All right, go. I'm gonna step out. I want you guys to do it on your own. And go. Yep, B, that's what I wanted you to do. And one more, go. And Nare, come back. Shake it out. Awesome work with those blocks. So I want you guys to remember that 1-2 motion, even when we're doing our kata. So for example, let's say we're doing our white belt kata. What do I have to do? Well, I have to turn that way and I have to block down. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go 1, 2. Right? It makes that block stronger. Same thing if I'm doing that blue belt kata with the upper block, right? 1, 2. It makes that block stronger. It makes it look like I'm really doing something instead of just sticking my hand out in the air. We'll get to that when we do our kata a little bit later. Right now, we're going to do some kicks, and we're going to do them super slow. So, if you want, you can lean on something in your room. I know sometimes we do this, right? We say, let's go put our hand on the wall. I have a closet over here. Another idea would be to put your hand on a chair, right? Or if you want to challenge yourself with your balancing a little bit today, you can do it right in the air, which is what I'm going to do, but don't fall down. So if you're doing it right in the air and you feel like you're falling over, feel free to grab something to balance. So we're going to start with some super slow kicks to work those muscles in our legs and to work on our balance a little bit. So right now, bring your hands up. We're going to do our Mai-geri, our front snap kick. So I'm going to show you first facing this way. So it's going to be knee up, out, back, down. That's going to be the speed that we do our front snap kick. Again, if I'm facing you, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I'm not going to count like that. I'm just going to say go, but I want you to do it a little bit slower. Hands are up and go. Other leg, knee. Just like that. Sun, switching legs every time. Really try to balance and control your upper body. Chase, see how my upper body is super tight. So that way, if you're holding on, you can control your upper body, but if you're balancing, you still got to try to control it. Go. Whoop. Sit. Hatch. Ku. And Ju. Okay, so when I say go, you're going to do that front snap kick super fast 10 times. On your mark. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to hang out here for a second. And go. Super fast 10 times. Go 1, 2. So it should look like this. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So we should have been going really, 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 really fast with those front snap kicks. Shake out your legs. So we're going to do the same thing with our knee kicks. Our hands are going to go up. To start, we're going to go hover for a second. Bring everything down. Other side, knee up, hover for a second. Hover means leave that knee up for a second. Bring it down. Sun, and down. Cheek, and down. Go, and down. Rook, and down. Sit, and down. Hatch, and down. Ku. Don't forget to reach your hands back up. Ju. All right, so it's going to look like this, right? 10 really fast knee kicks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Deep breath. Remember, catch yourself when you're getting a little out of breath. Take some deep breaths so we can keep on moving. So we're going to do our roundhouse kick off our front leg. So right now, pick up a fighting stance with either leg in front. I have my right. Doesn't matter which one you have. We're going to do that same slow. So it's going to be up, down, right? Up, back, down. So it's going to be a nice slow kick. Try to balance in the air. And again, if you'd rather use something to hold on to, that's okay too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't be flopping all around. And 5. Switch your feet. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Switch back to that first leg. And we're doing those fast roundhouse kicks. We're going to pop them right from our chamber. So what I want you guys to do is kick and touch the floor. Kick and touch the floor, right? We're going to do it 5 times. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you guys all should be done. Switch your feet. Other side, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Stretch it out for a second. You're going to see me disappear because I'm down on the floor stretching. While you're stretching, I want you to pick the kick that you're going to work on right now. So we do this often in this class. So I'll tell you what I always do. If you want to type in what kick you're working on, go ahead. It's not like our Zoom classes. I can't see you. So I will just trust you that you're working on the kick. If you type it in right now, I will give you some good details to work on while you're doing this independent work period. For those of you who are newer at home, if you're watching us, if you don't know a lot of kicks yet because you're newer to karate, work on one of the 3 that we just did. So we did front snap kick, we did knee kick, and we did roundhouse kick. Pick any of those and work on that. So, front snap kick for Izzer and Sion. Remember the details I want you guys to focus on are really high knee, and that ball of the foot is really sticking out. So when I say go, that's the one that you're going to work on by yourself. Let's see. B wants to do hook kicks. So for you, B, it's going to be the same chamber as the roundhouse, right? So you're still going to be sideways. Then you're going to make that circle, and you're going to wrap that foot around. Awesome. Crane kick. All right, Ruby. That's what you want me to do today, huh? So the most important detail of crane kick is just that you have fun and feel silly, because crane kick is a fun and silly kick. But in order to make it a little bit effective, make sure that when you're up like this, right? When you jump, get that snap kick to really come out. So again, you're going to be up on one leg, and you're going to balance like the Karate Kid, and then you're going to boom, right? Crane kick is kind of a fun, silly one to work on, so also make sure you're feeling a little silly. So, go ahead. You got 1 minute. Work on your kicks. I can't see you, so I'm going to trust that you're working on kicks right now and not running off to the kitchen to get a snack. I'm just going to hang out for a second and stretch my legs. Work on that hook kick, that front kick, that crane kick. Anyone else at home, any other kicks you want to work on? So while you're kicking, you can just listen to my voice. I'm not doing anything with my body, so you don't have to look up, but hopefully you can hear me. So with grown-ups, we all know about this idea of independent work, right? Grown-ups, we all have to do that a lot in our lives. Kids, you don't always do independent work, except maybe sometimes in school where the teacher says, here's the assignment, go. The idea of independent work is it's a period for you to work on something all by yourself for you. So we do this often with push-ups and crunches and things like that at the end of class, where I say, just go do some. I don't need to know the number, right? Same idea here. You're working on your kicks. Our Facebook class is a great opportunity for this independent work because, like I always say, I can't see you. You're going to do whatever kick you're doing now. I want you to do 5 more of that kick, 5 more reps. When you're done with your 5 reps, just shake out your legs. We're going to come back and do a kata together. Actually, we're going to do a couple katas together. Shake it out. Okay. So, right now we're all going to do the first half of the white belt kata. Then we're actually going to drill the back leg turn a couple times. Then we will move on to some more advanced things. For Izzer and Sion, Senpai Hannah said you guys are doing great with this kata. She said you guys did awesome yesterday, so it should be a little bit easier to follow along like this. Obviously, Ruby and B, you know the white belt kata. Anyone at home, if you're just joining us today, just follow along. A kata is a series of moves in a bunch of different directions. If you get a little confused, that's okay. Just do your best. Everyone start in that statue. And yoi. And now remember way back to the beginning of class where we did the blocks with the 2 motions. We're about to do one now. So you're going to look to the side. You're going to bring up your hand, turn, block down. Step in and punch. Neat? Same idea. This is 1. Right? I just stacked my hand to my ear. Turn all the way around and block down. Good. Step and punch. Cheat. Same idea. 1, 2. So you're coming forward. You should all have your left leg in front. We're going to step in and punch. 1, step in and punch. 2, step in and punch. Ki. Okay, so come back for a second. So I want you guys, even Ruby and B, we're going to drill this back leg turn a couple of times. So what I want you guys to do, doesn't matter which leg you have in front because we need to know how to do it on both sides. But the easiest one is to start with your right leg in front because that's where we just finished. So, and we're going to go backwards, turn, and block. I'm going to show it from a bunch of different angles. So here I am again, back, turn, and block. Here I am from this angle over here, back, turn, and block. And I'll show you from this angle over here too, back, turn, and block. So the important thing to remember on this back leg turn is that we only step across, and then our feet just rotate. Don't step across and then step with the other foot. So right now, put your right leg in front. The leg in the back right now should be your left. That's the only foot that moves. Boom. Both feet stay where they are. You just turn around. And you can do your block. Do it again. Go. So we're here. Back. Turn. Block. Do it 2 more times by yourself. Back leg turn. Back leg turn. Remember, whatever leg you're stepping behind, that leg stays in the front. Don't let it move around to the back. Don't switch your feet twice. Now, switch to the other leg. So put your left leg in front. Back, turn, go. So you want to try with both legs. Turn. Now I have this leg in front. Back, turn, and block. Just keep working on that back turn a couple more times. Don't get too dizzy. All right, come back to the middle. Shake it out. Okay, so we're going to do a yellow belt kata that's pretty easy. Not Pinan 2. Ruby will do that in the next Zoom class that you're in like we did last week. I know we didn't do it yesterday, so if you're going to be in class later in the week, we'll make sure we do it. If not, we'll make sure we do it next week. But the other yellow belt kata is Kenshikai 2. And for Israel and Sion, Kenshikai 2 is a very easy kata. So even though you're not a yellow belt, you can follow along. And for anyone at home who's just joining us, it's also pretty easy to follow along. So we're going to start standing straight like always. We're going to yoi. And we're going to turn that way, but instead of blocking down like we just did, we're going to cross our arms, make an X, and do a knife hand, a shuto uchi uchi strike. Step in and punch stomach like we did before. So we're going to turn with our front leg, same X, same knife hand. Step in and punch. Go. So we're going to come down the middle like we just did. Front leg, front hand. Awesome. So now we're going to step in and punch stomach. Go. Step in and punch stomach. Step in and punch face kia. So we're going to keep going, but this kind of doesn't have that back leg turn. So all we're going to do is step back, and we're going to do that inside block that we were practicing before. Step back, outside block. Step back, upper block. We're going this way. Front leg, front hand, knife hand, and now reverse punch. Reverse punch means backwards. So it's just like the blue belt kata that you do, B. Take one step forward, chamber hand punches up, other hand punches middle. Turn the other way, knife hand, stomach punch. Reverse stomach punch. You should have the opposite hand and leg. Step forward, up, middle. That's the end. All right, come back. We're going to do it one more time. Yoi. Turning to the side, to your left. 1, knife hand. Both hands are open. Step and punch. 2, turning all the way around. 3, step and punch. 4, blocking down toward the camera. 5, stomach punch. 6, stomach punch. 7, face punch. Kia. Step back. Inside block. Ku. Outside block. Ju. Upper block. Ich. Turn. 1, 2. Step forward. Knee. Turn. Knife hand. Punch. And step forward. 1, 2. Nare. Shake it out. So that's our Kenshikai kata number 2. It is your kata, Ruby. It's the other one, the one that's not Pinan 2. And for B and for Israel and Sion, just something fun to follow along. So we're going to go down on the floor. I'm going to tilt my camera down so you can see me. I don't need to see you. This is the part where I get to trust you. So, I'm down on the floor. First, I'm going to stretch out for a second. We're going to do some strengthening things, but before I send you off to do your independent work, we're going to just make sure that we know the proper position of our body to do our very best push-ups. So right now, don't do any push-ups. I just want you to go down on the floor, on your hands and your feet. And I want you to stick your butt way up in the air. Why? Because I want you to feel what it feels like to do it wrong. So you're making a big triangle. And now walk your hands forward until you no longer have a big triangle, but you have a very flat back. So if this were my back, right? This is what we did first. We made this little triangle where my butt was up here, and then we flattened it out, so this is our back, right? So that's the position that we're gonna go into to do your push-ups. That works, B. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna go into that flat back, go right ahead right now. And when I say go, you're just gonna do some push-ups. And I don't need to know how many you do, but what I really want you to focus on is keeping that flat back. So even if you only do like 2 or 3 or 5, keep that flat back and go nice and slow. And don't forget to bend your elbows. I want you to keep going until one of two things happen. Either I say stop, or you get really tired and you need to lie down and take a break. Go. Do some push-ups. Remember, keep that back flat. So I'm just picturing all of your backs looking like this, nice and flat. Good. Keep it going. If you are done, you can lie down, take some deep breaths, and then push back up and try to do one more push-up. Very nice. So now, everyone go all the way down. Take a little rest, and then we're going to flip over onto our back. But before you do that, look up over here for a second. So we're going to do our V-sit right now, right? So what often happens when we do V-sit is people go, all right, my legs are up. Uh-oh, my head just disappeared because I flopped it down on the floor. So what do we want? We want our head up and our feet up, right? So if that's really tricky for you, let me move back here so you can see more of my body. So here's where we want to start. You can put your hands on the floor and hold your feet in the sky. And stay there. That's fine. That's still working my belly muscles. If you pick your hands up, make sure that you're not falling back. If you are falling back, put your hands back on the floor. So everyone sit up like me, put your hands on the floor, and start here. And then let go and really try to balance with your legs in the air. Keep working on that. So if you keep falling over, reset your body and get yourself back up to that V, right? So we really want to be balanced with our hands and our feet, not back here. So every time you fall back, you want to bring yourself back up. Very good. Do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. So it's warm, we're sweaty. It's a really good time to get more flexible. So we're going to finish our class by sitting in a straddle. So this is our straddle position, right? My feet are open. Feet are pointing straight up at the sky. My legs are super straight. And now what I want you guys to do is just start with your hands in front, your head up, and every few seconds just try to walk a little more forward. And the key is to really stay there. And it's going to get a little boring, and that's okay. The idea, sometimes we stretch and we just go, I did it, I stretched. And that's not really how we get ourselves more flexible. So, as soon as you feel like you're a little more comfortable, you can push your legs a little more open. Notice the way I did that was I put one hand here and one hand behind, and I just pushed myself a little forward. Another way to do it is to kind of hit your legs, or you can like kind of just pull them open a little, however you can figure it out. Don't hurt yourself, listen to your body. But now try to reach forward again and hold. Be still for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't move those legs. If you can, just a tiny bit wider. If you can't, stay right where you are. Take a deep breath. And now a little bit forward. Sometimes when things are tight or they hurt a little, we hold our breath. We go, no, 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 no. And that actually makes it even tighter. So try to relax your body and just breathe in and out. And hold for last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work. Slowly bring your legs together. Shake them out a little bit. And then we're going to come to our Seiza position, which is our knees on the floor, our feet under our bottom, 2 tight fists on your waist. Sit up nice and tall and Mukso. Close your eyes. And now you get a break. Just sit for a second. Try not to wiggle. Try not to fidget. Deep breaths. And Mukso Yame. Bow here. Let's bow to all of our students in class, all your friends who are here with you. Us, for Ruby and for B and for Sayad and Izzer, thank you for joining us today. For anyone else who joined us for class who did not type in their name, thank you for joining us today. For you guys who are here with us, it is totally fine, by the way, to tell your friends to come in on this class on Facebook. The Facebook classes are free for anyone who has Facebook. So if you have a friend from school who you know might be interested in doing this class with you, tell your mom to tell their parents about it. And they can send it to us to our Facebook page. The classes we do on Zoom are for members only. Your friends, of course, could become members. But even if they're not members, if they want to do this Facebook class with you, they can. You won't be able to see them, but you'll be able to see their comments, just like I can see yours. And you can tell them about the karate that you guys are having so much fun with. Until then, have a really great day. You guys are awesome. See you next time. Hi, Ruby. Bye, Ruby. Bye, B. Bye, Izzer and Sion.